It's time for the Lakers postgame show tonight.
This is the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN. Call now to be part of the Lakers postgame show and react on the game.
It's time for the Lakers postgame show tonight as we recap Game 8 from the Toyota Center in Houston. Lakers Rockets is a final.
Lakers basketball is a final.
877-710 ESPN.
This is the Lakers postgame show.
Tipping off now.
Here's Beto Duran.
The Lakers lose 128-94. They're 3-5 on the season, 0-5 on the road. They've yet to win away from Crypto.com Arena. No Anthony Davis tonight, so you expect it to be shorthanded. They've been shorthanded all season long. No Vanderbilt, no Vincent. This is a Lakers team where you know that you're going to have to figure out things. No Jackson Hayes, a 7-footer, was unavailable also. So you knew that there was going to be different lineups tonight. You know that Darvin Ham was going to try to figure out what's going on. Anthony Davis injured himself in his hip area on Monday. Tried to play through it, couldn't. Got shut down. He said after the game that he was going to be available on Wednesday. So today, warmed up, went to shoot around this morning, warmed up before the game, and finally, game time decision said, no, we're not going to be able to have Anthony Davis. So that changes the lineup, regardless of any of that. That's how they went into the game. And then they started the game, and oh boy, wow. This wasn't a game at all. From the get-go, the Houston Rockets came out and did whatever they wanted to the Lakers defense, or lack thereof. They were able to get their own shot whenever they wanted. They were able to rebound whenever they wanted. It's a Lakers team that tonight, it's frustration. It's a Lakers team that tonight, as somebody texted me, can I get 2.5 hours back of my life? And I'm right there with you. This Lakers postgame show, you got to watch it. You got to figure things out. We take some good notes. Fourth quarter, I just put my feet up and was like, all right, let's get to it right now. 877-710 ESPN, 877-710-3776. Laker fans, I know you're upset. Laker fans, I know you're frustrated. And I know you expected more. Let me give you the numbers for this. D'Angelo Russell, 22 points. Okay, sounds good. 9 of 18 shooting. A lot of those points came in later on. LeBron James, the good thing, he only played 27 minutes. Didn't see him in the fourth quarter. That's good. That's good because LeBron's minutes were way too high coming into this. 18 points. 6 rebounds, 2 assists for LeBron James. You can hear it, right? It's early on in the season. 8 games only. Normally, I would be come on, calm down. I'm not saying the sky is falling. But my goodness, when you have an opportunity to get some minutes, and you have an opportunity, you look at a Rockets team that was 3-3 coming into the game, you want to see fight. Like I said at the very end of the postgame with John Ireland and Michael Thompson. It's one thing to lose. Okay, we get it. It's another thing to get your butt kicked and not fight back. That's where the frustration stands for me tonight. If watching this, right, we're all going to take lumps, whether it's in business, whether it's personal life, whether it's playing sports, Sunday league baseball, soccer, whatever it is you play. You're going to lose. That's fine. But show that heart, show that desire, show that you have something that cares. That's what the Lakers didn't have for me tonight. They went down big in the first quarter. How many times have we heard that this season? They were down 32-19 at the end of the first quarter. It actually wrote this down. At the end of each quarter, I always do a highlight and a rejoin with John Ireland and Michael on the Lakers Radio Network. Here are my notes. Early double-digit deficit. Again. Poor rebound. Again. Missed free throws. Again. Bad three-point shooting. Again. Those were my first quarter notes. All I had to do was just copy and paste for the rest of the game. And I'm not going to be the guy that's going to get on here and pound over and over and over. That's too easy, right? We got to find some kind of solution. And don't say just because when Anthony Davis comes back it'll be different, because it's going to be hard. But you don't allow a team like Houston that's trying to find their way to get it easy. It's going to be interesting. We're going to change it up a little bit tonight. Normally, I give you my rant, and then we take the calls later on. Here's what I want to do from now on. And 877-710-ESPN. 877-710-3776. And I see all the tweets that come through. Make sure you follow the Lakers community, ESPN Lakers postgame show. And also, we're on YouTube. Leave the comments. Don't be that fan that's just complaining. Offer the solution. I'll listen to you. I'll be your therapist. Dr. Duran is here for you. I've took a lot of psychology classes. I didn't pass them, but I took a lot of them. I want to listen. I want to be here with you. This is your show. You, the fan. Whether you were at a bar watching it, you were at dinner, or you were at your kid's game, wherever you were watching this game or listening to here on 710 ESPN, you have an opinion on the team, but offer the solution. Don't just call in and say, fire Darvin Ham. Okay, and then what? Don't say, trade D'Angelo Russell. Okay, and then what? For what? How? What? First of all, you can't make a trade until the 15th, so stop it there. Offer the solution. Okay? Tonight, it's a little different. We are short-staffed. Just like the Lakers didn't have Anthony Davis, didn't have Vanderbilt, didn't have Gabe Vincent, didn't have Jackson Hayes. We are also short-staffed tonight. My man Michael Funches, executive producer of Lakers Postgame Show, is producing the show and also running the board, the technical side, and he did a great job with it tonight. So, Funch, first of all, breathe a little bit. Thank you. How do you feel, Funch?
Feel good.
Okay.
Feel good. Call me Iron Man.
Okay, Iron Man. Here you go, AC Green over here.
With the Jerry curl.
So we had to call up Parker Bell, who does a lot of the social media stuff, who does a lot of stuff here at the 710 ESPN, all over the place. Parker is going to be answering the phones tonight. Parker, have you ever answered the phones?
I'm like Max Christie. I'm stepping up tonight.
Okay, you're going to step up. Max Christie is a bad reference because he had 4 points and he went 1 for 8. So he did have effort. Christie did have 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and a block. But, okay, so we'll give you that, all right? So, Parker, what I want you to do is when you call tonight, make sure that you have something good. We're not going to put you on the air. It is a privilege to be on the air at 710 ESPN. Don't just complain. Do better, right? As Chris Morales would say and Scott Kaplan would say during the afternoons, do better, okay? The first call tonight, I'm going to let Parker answer him. And you're going to call Parker and you're going to explain what you want to talk about. Like Manny in Long Beach says, frustrated fan. Yeah, we all are. Oscar in Baldwin Park. Vincent in Anaheim. Salvador in Pasadena. I got you guys there, but we're going to have to go and screen. I'm going to go back there and answer the calls myself. I'm going to see what you guys were talking about because I want to know who's the first call because the first call is going to set the tone for the game. Just like the first quarter for the Lakers has been setting the tone, good or bad, the first call is going to set the tone for tonight. Lakers lose 128-94. We're going to take your calls. We're going to listen to Darvin Ham, who's coming up on Spectrum Sportsnet. Listen to Lakers players. All that and more on the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
CSLB 10.
Big news, Laker fans. John Ireland here. You can now stream every Lakers game on the ESPN LA app. Don't miss a second of the action with Michael Thompson and I on the call. Plus, all your live and local Lakers talk every day in the palm of your hand.
You're one tap away from everything Lakers.
You could even win Lakers tickets.
Download the ESPN LA app. And bam!
Download the ESPN LA app at the App Store and Google Play.
All right, guys, it's officially back. Fifth Row Fridays presented by BBGO.
That's the official game day snack of the Lakers, by the way. And this is the best thing we give away. Fifth row seats to a Laker game. How many times do people come up to us and say, hey, give me Laker tickets?
Yes.
We don't have them. I don't even have them, but you can win them if you listen every day.
And these seats are better than the seats that you and Michael have, right?
15 rows better.
Yeah.
Michael and I are like row 20. So here's how you win. You listen every day to all the shows and take notes. If you can answer 5 questions about what happened on the show that day, you're eligible to win.
And don't forget, on Fridays, your chance to call in all 5 right answers, and you are in the fifth row at Crypto.com Arena for a Lakers game.
For free!
Now to be part of the Lakers postgame show and react on the game.
877-710-ESPN.
Hi, this is Anthony Davis of your Los Angeles Lakers.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
It's time for Lakers postgame.
Here's Beto Duran.
The Lakers lose 128-94 in Houston. The first of the month. My goodness. It should not be like this. They're now 3-5 on the season, 0-5 on the road. And reminder, don't miss a minute of the action. All Laker games are now streaming on the ESPN LA app. Download the ESPN LA app in the App Store or Google Play. Actually, for you watching on YouTube, I'm wearing a shirt that says Drew University. My son Mateo attends that school in New Jersey, and he was listening on the app. So he was at school listening. So I was like, okay, then he stopped listening, and I don't blame him. Lakers just did not have it tonight. This is a team that was very frustrating to watch. Darvin Ham, who's usually very positive about his team, and he knows that this team is missing key players. I haven't heard this sound yet, but this right here, labeled by our good friend Rebecca in the back editing, said speed and urgency. The other cut are injuries are huge adjustment. Man, I haven't heard it. Which one do I want to go to? Let's go to the urgency first from Darvin Ham on Spectrum Sports Net.
I mean, one comes in, wanting to be flat or a step slow or whatnot. Our guys came in to compete. They had it going a little bit early. Couple miscues, wasn't really good on the ball defensively. Our off-ball defense, needed to be better.
All right, I'm sorry, I got to stop that one. I love Darvin, but that's coach speak right there. You just lost 128-94, and you got to do something more to get. Listen to the way this one sounded.
One comes in, wanting to be flat or a step slow or whatnot. Our guys came in to compete. They had it going a little bit early. Couple miscues, wasn't really good on the ball.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Darvin Ham's going to do everything he can to protect his players. He's not going to throw them under the bus. He's a former player, champion, coach, knows what he has to do with the team. But you got to say something more. Like, this team was not ready to play. This team wasn't fired up. Yeah, Houston came out hot, 32-19 at the end of the first quarter. Like, you got to get upset about that. Let's listen to the other one about injuries and adjustments with no Anthony Davis.
It's you check it's a reality of the business. Injuries, you find out game time AD's not playing, and so that shifts your lineup. It takes guys out of their normal role where they know they'd be coming into the game, and so it's an adjustment. The biggest thing for me is, I'm proud of my guys. We're trying to fight through this rough patch, and if it's going to happen in the season, I'd rather it happen now. And so we'll figure it out. But I don't think that mentality has changed. The biggest thing is we just have to, try to compete harder. If things are not going our way, good, bad, and indifferent, we just got to continue to take our focus up and get stronger as the game gets longer with our competitiveness, our togetherness, and our force on both sides of the ball.
All right, I love that quote from Darvin Ham. That was a good 53 seconds because saying you got to take your focus up. That's right there letting the guys know, like, look, this is unacceptable without going and ripping them. Like, the days of coaches coming in and throwing over the food spread, that doesn't happen anymore. These guys make way too much money. You treat them as men. You talk to them professionally. That right there is what you want to have. Of course, as the game starts and Anthony Davis, who you expected to play, not there, you're going to be limited on players on the roster, what you're going to have. But that focus needs to shoot up. That's what happens. That's what I want to hear. And I agree with him with one thing. Get these stinkers out of the way early, right? I mean, you're going to have nights where you just don't have it, but get the stinkers out of the way early. All right, our first call of the night. Parker, I'm going to let you make this call. Who should we go to, Parker? Because this first call is going to set the tone, just like the first quarter with the Lakers. Who do we go to, Parker?
Let's head to Oscar in Baldwin Park.
Oscar in Baldwin Park. All right, Oscar in Baldwin Park. You're on the postgame show on 710 ESPN.
Beto, my boy, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. What do you got?
Get this team in the weight room, man. They get punked out there too easily, man. On the Rockets on all the games so far on their defensive end, the offense there just pushes them out of the way. I don't know, like Kobe say, the games are won when nobody's watching. I don't know, these guys are hitting the weight, but they get punked out there too easy. They don't stand their ground and get off to a faster start, man. Russell, he doesn't push the tempo. We got 38. LeBron James pushes the tempo. He's gonna get tired out. Get Rui in there. He's the only one who look good tonight. He's the one who gives that effort. Maybe put him in the starting lineup. Take Reeves out. Let Reeves earn his minutes. Just push the tempo, man. Like I said, they're getting punked out there, man. They don't stand their ground on defense, man. They give up too many offensive rebounds. They're a step slow. They're not a fast team. I don't think they're a strong team either. And that's why we're getting out to the slow starts and stuff like that.
All right, Oscar, hold on real quick. Really good points, Oscar. I agree with you. Rui Hachimura, 28 points tonight, coming back from the concussion. Love seeing what we had from Rui Hachimura. Okay? We agree on that. But you really think these dudes aren't lifting weights?
I think they're just gifted athletes.
Okay.
I think the only one who does it is LeBron James. And I don't think Anthony Davis is maybe the lightweights, but they got to get in there. I don't know. Like I said, they look like they get pushed around too easily, man. The Rockets players look like they were just knocking them out of the way, and these young, scrappy teams are the ones that always give them the problem, too. These young teams that guys trying to prove themselves, and that's what it is, too. I think these young teams, guys trying to prove themselves, make a name for themselves. They're up against the Lakers, and they're just playing harder. That's what it comes down to.
I like that from you, Oscar. See, you finished that call strong, bro. I appreciate you, Oscar. Make some good points. Thanks for calling the postgame show. And you're right, though. Look, they do work out. These dudes are strong, but the effort on the offensive glass, not there. They're losing on the offensive rebound side, 14-5. And one of the things that he points out about, that Oscar points out, are the points in the paint. Tonight, 68-42. It was just too easy for Houston. Points in the paint all season long, sponsored by Vista Paint, locally owned and manufactured for over 65 years. Vista Paint is your home for factory direct, high-quality paint products. Vista Paint, your championship team of paint professionals for over 65 years. All right, let's go out to Torrance. Peter, you're on the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN. What's up, Peter?
Good talking to you, Beto. Hey, I agree with what Oscar was saying, and kind of to build on that, I know we got injuries on the bench. We got injuries on the reserves, right? This is not April. This is not time to shorten the bench and get ready for the playoffs. This is a time to get playing time for all the guys off the bench. So when they need to play on a night like tonight, they're ready for the spotlight. They're going to, let's crash the offensive glass, just like you were saying.
Yeah, and, tonight, Peter, appreciate the phone call. Maybe I'll see you down in Torrance later on tonight. I don't know. Depending on the way the show goes. You did have Hachimura off the bench 26 minutes. He had 24 points, correct myself. Maxwell Lewis, 8 points, only took 2 shots, no points. Cam Reddish had 25 minutes. Castleton, the big man Castleton, got some run, 14 minutes, and you knew that he was going to get that, especially with Anthony Davis being out. Max Christie had 28 minutes, so Hodge had 10. So you had the players play, but because it was the fourth quarter, and by that time you had already thrown in the towel and said, hey, we're just going to play it out. Our starters are not going to play. So you had the bench, Peter, playing, but it was because the game was such a blowout. Lakers lose 128-94. Coming up, we're going to hear from LeBron James. Take more of your phone calls. 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-3776. I'm Beto Duran. Lakers lose 128-94. Coming up, more of your phone calls on 710 ESPN.
All right, guys, it's officially back. Fifth Row Fridays presented by BBGO.
That's the official game day snack of the Lakers, by the way. And this is the best thing we give away. Fifth row seats to a Laker game. How many times do people come up to us and say, hey, give me Laker tickets?
Yes.
We don't have them. I don't even have them, but you can win them if you listen every day.
And these seats are better than the seats that you and Michael have, right?
15 rows better.
Yeah.
Michael and I are like row 20. So here's how you win. You listen every day to all the shows and take notes. If you can answer 5 questions about what happened on the show that day, you're eligible to win.
And don't forget, on Fridays, your chance to call in all 5 right answers, and you are in the fifth row at Crypto.com Arena for a Lakers game.
For free!
Now to be part of the Lakers postgame show and react on the game.
Once again, here's Beto Duran.
Here is LeBron driving. Bounce pass to Hachimura, lay it up and in. LeBron's passing tonight has been ridiculously good. 42-29, Houston.
And that was Rui Hachimura with the bucket. 24 points for Rui. Really nice. I'm a big Rui fan ever since he was at Gonzaga, whichever you prefer. Rui looking good, 24-8. He's the only bright spot for the Lakers, and Louis is the player of the game, driven by your Southern California Toyota dealers. We make it easy. Lakers lose 128-94. Dr. Duran is here for you. Our man Parker Bell is answering the phones. And Parker, I like that you've hung up on some people. That means the people that have gotten through are good. And that's not that we don't appreciate your calls, but on a night like tonight, we know there's going to be a lot of people complaining just to complain. Right, Parker? You've been getting those complaints just to complain?
Right. The quote of the night, Beto, it's a effing privilege to be on the radio. Come on now.
Well, it is a privilege to be on 710 ESPN. I take that as a privilege and an honor to be a host at any time I jump in here. But, again, we don't want to hear crybabies. As they say in Spanish, chillones. None of that stuff, right? I want to have some good basketball talk. And tonight, the Lakers were not good. There was nothing about this game where you're like, except for Rui, where you're like, yeah, Beto, I can see some positive. There wasn't. There wasn't. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. It's, man, I almost said something I shouldn't have said. I dumped myself right there, Fudge. No, I didn't dump it. I mean, I censored myself. I was about to say something, and no. Good thing I didn't. But
maybe I should have pushed it. No?
This game was just sucked because you expected more. Because you're looking at Houston, especially coming off of the battle they had Monday night with the Heat, where they fought back and they had a chance to win it. They come up short. Okay, you're seeing that turn. Like, this isn't a road game that you thought you were going to get smoked. Like, this is what Michael Thompson had to say at the end of the second quarter.
Lakers need more ball movement in their offensive sets. Too much dribbling. You got to get Houston's offense and Houston's defense scrambling around a little bit more. Houston's just allowed to load up on and just watch and not have to move much on defense.
Yeah, not allowed to move much on defense. Let's go out to the 818. David, you're in Northridge on 710 ESPN. What's up, David?
Hey, what's up?
What you got?
All right, cool. I didn't know I had you on speaker, but
no, you're on the radio, David. All right,
so what do you think about the coach, and when are we going to do something about it?
Okay, hold on, David. Before I give you my answer, what do you want to do about it? David, where'd you go? Hello? All right.
Guess that was a hard question for him.
I guess I'll take your call off the line. You're not going to fire Darvin Ham. I mean, this game is bad. 8 games into the season, he hasn't had a full lineup. He hasn't had an opportunity to get his players in the right spot. And I know for a lot of fans, and I see the tweets all over the place, that Darvin Ham just stands there with his hands in his pocket, right? And that he does this, he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that. Look, they're not going to move on from Darvin Ham. Like, don't even – it's a non-starter. It's a non-starter. I'm a big Darvin Ham fan. His one full season as a head coach, you're not going to move on from him. Now, if we're having this conversation in February, different story. But right now, let's figure out what he's going to do. Again, you're going to move on, and then what? What is your solution? What are you going to do? This Laker team right now lacks some depth. They're injured. They're hard to gauge and see what you're going to have. Right? It's hard to have chemistry when you don't even know who's on the court when you're about to jump the ball. LeBron James on Spectrum Sportsnet talking about building cohesion.
I mean, we can't build cohesion if we don't have our unit. That's simple. We're very depleted in the injury side. So, I mean, I thought offensively, we did a good job of sharing the ball offensively early on. We just couldn't get in a rhythm offensively, and they were shooting the ball extremely well.
Yeah, there was no rhythm at all. There was no rhythm at all. LeBron James on Spectrum Sportsnet. This one right here about the energy levels. That's what I started the show with. I didn't like their energy or lack thereof. As the game progressed, there was none. You didn't see – if you were watching this game and if you heard it on the radio on the ESPN LA app, if there was a 50-50 ball, anything close, it wasn't going to the Lakers.
I don't know. Is that like a theme? Is like the energy word a theme for our ball club right now? Because everyone's asking the same question.
Yeah, we're asking the same question, LeBron, because there was no energy. There hasn't been energy. Almost every single game this year in the first quarter, you guys are down by double digits. You're not bringing that out to start the game. Let's go out to Artesia. Marcus, you're on 710 ESPN. How are you doing, Marcus?
Hey, what's up, Beto, man? I disagree with you a little bit, man, but
go ahead.
I have a solution.
No, okay. Disagree. All right, before your solution, you disagree with me on what part?
I disagree with you on the part of that we need time to, get healthy. So, other teams have players that are out, and they still, play hard or have something to do. So, my first point, what I got on the phone with the call was our offense is stagnant, just like Michael Thompson was saying. So, if you watch the game, like I know you do, the first play of the game that we get the ball, we run the set and we go through motion and we get a good shot. Whether we make it or not, so what? But every time after that, we sit there and stand and watch. We do one pick and roll and one person shoot. We brick, come down the court, the other team score. We come down, pick and roll, brick. Now we're down 7 points already, and that's why we're down every game.
Quick,
the
right?
Guys are sitting there waiting.
Quick. But, Marcus, let me give you that. No Jared Vanderbilt. We haven't seen him. No Gabe Vincent. Jackson Hayes was out, and AD are not. Yeah, I know other teams have injuries too, but the Lakers have no depth right now. That's where I'm saying give them some time because, if those guys are available and you're doing this, then I have a different tune. That's the only reason I'm saying because you're looking around, you're like people are a bit you've seen this, Marcus. I know you're a smart basketball fan. People are over there clamoring for Lewis or Christie, and it's when they do get burned, what are they doing?
Exactly. So that's my point. So I know you want to save Darvin Ham right now because it's early, but look, what's going to happen when we're in the same place as last year where we're fighting to get in the playing tournament? We're going to look at Darvin Ham. When you don't have players on any level, look at your son in high school or anybody you know in high school. When you don't have the players that are going to compete with the modern days and stuff like that, you have to run an offense to help your team get easy shots in rhythm. They have to have an offense. Just doing a pick and roll is not going to work. We don't have a guy who's like Kyrie that's going to go for 40 and just carry us anymore. LeBron's not that guy anymore. He's a luxury to have, but it's at spurts. We need a guy who's a 40-point game, any game out the week type of guy to carry the load. And then the last thing, the urgency that you're talking about, I think the guys are sitting back waiting for LeBron and AD to set the tone early. Those guys are like
Marcus, I agree with you. That's a good point right there. They're watching them, right? Like they're watching, like, okay, this is LeBron. Okay, you're gonna do what you do, LeBron. But like, that's a real good point, Marcus.
Yeah, they're just jogging and watching their tone, and so LeBron and AD, they're just going through their normal motions, getting ready. But the other guys, you're not all-stars, bro. You got to get out here and actually set the tone for the team, so we know. So like when they got in the trade deadline last year, they came in hype because they were like, okay, now I'm on the Lakers. So that's why we made the run, because those guys came in the game and wanted to show off. Now they're kind of like, oh, let's jog around and see what's happening, and it's not going to happen that way.
Marcus, man, I appreciate you. Give me a call every single time. Actually, Marcus, hold on the line, man. Let these guys talk to you a little bit. That's a real good point for Marcus about how some of these guys are just coming out and they're looking around. Like they're not too sure on what to do. And the next thing you know, they're running the pick and rolls and they're not going anywhere. Marcus, you need a break, man, and we all need a break from every day. Well, fans, it might be your lucky day because tonight Fantasy Springs Resort Casino is giving away 2 nights stay plus dinner, golf, or bowling for 2. Make any day your lucky day. Book now at fantasysprings.com. I'll be there in December playing golf. Hopefully, it's a good spot, man. I love going to Fantasy Springs, especially that Chinese food there. 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-3776. Let's go out to Long Beach. Phil, you're from the 562. You're on ESPN Radio.
Good evening, Beto. I really I agree with something that Marcus just said. As far as the tone being set by Bron and AD, the point or the solution that I have for that, and I love the fact that he brought up when we went on the run, trying to get into the play-in tournament. There's a key player that came over that made that run happen for us, and his name is D'Angelo Russell. He is a true point guard, and we need to get the ball out of Bron's hands and let the true point guard actually play the game and set everybody else up. He gets Rui Hachimura going. He gets Austin Reeves going. AD has even said that D'Angelo Russell makes the game a whole lot easier for him. There's so many players on this team that pretty much were on the same team last year. There's no reason that we can't make the same run. There's no reason that we can't be as deep as we were last year with D'Angelo Russell running actual point guard.
It's funny you say that, Phil.
Offense is stagnant.
Phil, hold on. I got plenty of time for you, Phil. It's only like 8:15. I ain't going anywhere. I haven't had dinner yet, so I'm right there. I might end up on Pine tonight. You never know. Phil, you know that D'Angelo Russell is probably like enemy number 1 of Laker fans. The majority want him traded, and you're the only one that I've heard, besides a couple other people, because I love D. Russ, especially what we saw for him in the preseason, the way he was moving the rock, the way he was assisting, his attitude. But we haven't seen that translate into the regular season, right? You feel me?
That's because the ball is out of his hands.
Yeah. It's
he's a true point guard. True point guards need the ball in their hands. We had Dennis Schroeder last season, and Dennis Schroeder was the MVP of the whole FIBA tournament. How do we have a point guard that we all call trash? Not me, but
the majority of Laker fans,
Yeah, sensationalists are saying Dennis Schroeder is trash. Okay, but this man was the MVP of an international tournament. Tell me how much trash that actually is. Let the man play his natural position.
I'm pretty sure you agree with me, Phil. If LeBron James is the best player on the floor for you and he's carrying your team, you're probably playing from behind, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So allow D'Angelo Russell to do what he needs to do. What was it, the second game where he came over to LeBron, or the first game where he told LeBron, I need to get you involved.
Yeah.
I need to get you rolling. That's the type of interaction that we need to have for the Lakers. Let the one talk to his star player. Let the one do what he's supposed to do so that everyone else can make the game come to them.
And Phil,
he's in charge of that.
Phil, appreciate your phone call. Do not be a stranger. Keep calling us here on Lakers Postgame because we know that D'Angelo, LeBron, that dynamic is going to evolve all season long. D'Angelo Russell, 22 points tonight, 9 of 18 shooting, 4 of 7 from behind the arc. But a lot of that came towards the end when it really didn't matter. Coming up, more of your phone calls, 877-710-ESPN. That, the social media segment, and more sound from the Lakers' loss in Houston. They lose 128-94. Listen, Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
Postgame show.
Highlights from tonight's Lakers game and your reaction on the Lakers line.
On 710 ESPN. Call now to be part of the Lakers postgame show and react on the game.
877-710 ESPN.
Hi, this is Anthony Davis of your Los Angeles Lakers.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
It's time for Lakers postgame.
Here's Beto Duran.
Lakers lose 128-94, 3-5 on the season. 0-5 away from L.A. Wrapping up the show, Rui Hachimura, the only bright spot for the Lakers tonight. 24 points as a return from a concussion. We can harp on tonight, but Monday the Lakers played Miami tough. Came up short. Tonight, gets smoked by Houston. Friday, they're in Phoenix in a tournament game. What does Rui think about the team for Friday?
It's hurt. You just gotta.
What happened there? All that. We're all fired up here. Even we're messing up here.
You just gotta from a shooter one. I think we got a locked in, and you guys know there's a lot of injury right now. We gotta get healthy. But at the same time, we can make an excuse. Every team is like that. We just gotta get healthy and. Somebody injured, somebody can't play. Next man up. We just everybody got to be ready. And like the first quarter, we've been always saying that. This year we've been saying that the whole season, the first quarter is the key, and I think that's going to be the next game too. Yeah.
All right, so we'll figure that out. We really said it. First quarter is the key. Tonight, the Lakers were down 32-19 at the end of the first quarter. So that's the Lakers. They've been down double digits almost all season long at the end of the first quarter. Tonight, that was the thing. There was no energy, no effort, no desire at all. You ever saw Stand and Deliver? Jaime Escalante, what does he tell his students? Ganas. There was no ganas from the Lakers tonight as they lose 128-94. All right, we will still take a couple more of your phone calls. I don't have dinner till 9 o'clock. Funch, what time you got dinner?
I already had dinner.
Oh, you already had dinner? Oh, I thought we were going to dinner. I guess not. But don't miss a minute of the action all season long. All Laker games are streaming on the ESPN LA app. Download the ESPN LA app in the App Store or Google Play. This show went better than I thought. Dr. Duran was here. I thought we were going to have more people complaining. Good job, Parker Bell, screening out the people that want to cry just to cry. We had some really good calls. Marcus and Artesia found out he's a hooper. You know, he was a baller, so he knows what he's talking about. We had some really strong calls tonight. We really did. Good job, you guys. Really good, strong. All right, one of my favorite segments that we do is a chance to give some of the younger members of our staff here at 710 ESPN an opportunity to crack the mic and let us know what's going on. There's a lot of things going on in the studio during the game. Funch and I are going back and forth. I like this highlight, I like that highlight. But we don't have a chance to keep track of what's going on social media. And as always, follow the ESPN LA Lakers postgame community on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. And of course, we're also streaming live on YouTube right now. I don't know who's in the background. Who's that back there in the studio?
We got Joshua Martinez.
Oh, it is Josh, because I know Josh was doing 5 different things today. So let's go to Joshua Martinez for our social media segment on what's happening today.
Beto, so have you seen this? The Houston Rockets are having celebrities take a first shot that's similar to how the MLB does the first pitch. Personally,
really?
I think this is a pretty cool way for celebrities or athletes, to showcase their hoop skills. But
wait, what kind of shot is it?
It's actually a free throw. So C.J. Stroud took it today.
The quarterback?
Yeah, the quarterback for the Houston Texans.
You know he's from Cucamonga.
Yeah, he is.
Okay,
he is.
He's balling. He's balling right now.
Balling. But so they debuted that today. They also debuted the.
So did he make it?
He missed it, right, Parker?
Yeah, he missed it. It wasn't a bad shot, but he missed it.
See, that's where my concern is. Because if you do that and you're the celebrity and you airball, I mean, we've seen 50 Cent's first pitch,
those
right?
MLB pitches by 50 Cent, and those are pretty bad.
I like the idea, but are the Rockets really going to get 82 different celebrities? I mean, 41 different celebrities?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the plan, right? I guess.
Interesting.
We'll see.
I like that. I like that idea.
We'll update you. The Rockets debuted their City Edition jerseys today with a Dunkstronaut on the court. So those pay homage
with
to
the what?
It's a Dunkstronaut. So it's an astronaut that's dunking. So,
Really?
NASA's in Houston. The City Edition jerseys debut that, and they debuted the Dunkstronaut in the middle of the court.
It's on the court.
It's on the court. I actually have a picture of it on our live stream right now that I just put up. It basically pays homage to Elijah Drexler, High Flyers, and I think it's one of the better City Edition concepts that I remember from.
The Athletic actually ranked the City Edition jerseys, and the Lakers and Clippers did not rank really high. So I'm not going to get into those rankings. It was 3 different people that did the rankings of the City Edition jerseys. The Lakers were toward the bottom. So they have a Dunkstronaut. All right, cool. All right. Anything else?
Yeah, so Beto, sticking with the C.J. Stroud, the Houston Texans rookie quarterback, and that whole first shot situation, him and Braun actually are developing a new relationship, a new deep found respect because of the Ohio State connection. You got Braun always supporting the Buckeyes, and then they embrace before the game. But before the game, C.J. Stroud had a media conference, whatever you want to call it, and they asked him about LeBron, and he had a quote that I found was very interesting. He said they asked him about LeBron playing football because he maybe wanted to play tight end. He did in high school. Yeah. And they had that weird thing with the Cowboys, which a whole conversation for another day. And C.J. Stroud said, you know what? It's actually harder for football to go to basketball. It's easier for football players to go to basketball than it is for basketball to go to football. So I found that really unique because I've personally found that basketball players are one of the most freakish athletes in sports. He also had a quote that was really funny. He said, every basketball player wants to play football, football wants to play baseball, and then everybody wants to play baseball.
Wait, one more time. Read that quote. What is it?
Let me go ahead and pull up the tweet. He said, and this was pretty interesting. I got it right here. Here we go. So basketball players want to be football players. Football players want to be basketball players. And we all want to be baseball players.
Interesting. If you guys know Jerry Harrison from Spectrum Sports in LA, the Dodgers analyst, he always says that baseball is the hardest thing to do. And it is. Baseball is extremely hard. But you know why, right? Because baseball, they make all that money. They make all that money. And in baseball, it's guaranteed money. That's the thing. It's guaranteed money. And, they can all say that they can play, but just because you're an athlete doesn't mean you know how to throw a ball. But that's okay. I like that one. What else, Josh? Or Josh.
Josh, yeah, we do got Josh in the back.
What else, Josh? You got one more?
You know what? Actually, I have one more because Funches showed me this earlier. This was one of LeBron's top 5 worst losses in his career. So if you're looking back throughout his career, he's lost by 34 with teams separate occasions, 4 times including tonight. But his worst was actually with the baby Lakers in 2019. They lost by 42, Beto.
Whoa. Lakers lose tonight 128-94. Good stuff, man. Good stuff right there. Very appreciate you. That's good stuff. I like that segment. Funch is getting better and better.
Oh, yeah, man. And we always have like a new mix of people, too. So it makes it different every night.
Yeah.
Beto always giving us good feedback, too.
Yeah, and be sure, to follow all of ESPN LA's socials across every platform, at ESPN Los Angeles, all over, and then go ahead and you can little shout out. You can follow me at Bell_Parker, and then Joshua Martinez. Shout yourself out real quick.
It's Josh Martinez 25.
Look at
Instagram.
these guys promoting themselves.
Promoting
these guys promoting themselves. Gee.
Okay, hold on. Now, there's a number calling up right now, and I think I know who it is. Funch, go to line 2. Just go be ready for this. Welcome to Lakers Postgame Show on 710 ESPN. Is this my friend right now?
I don't know. Who is your friend?
Oh,
I'm calling in.
Okay. Hold on. Let me set.
What is going on?
Let me set you up. So I can see the numbers that are calling. Appreciate you. Lakers lose 128-94. Lakers Postgame Show on 710 ESPN. This is my buddy Ron the Caddy, who is a big Kings fan. And I see the number popping up. I'm like, that looks familiar. Ron, the show's over. Why are you calling right now? Oh, he hung up. That's the kind of night we had tonight. Ron the Caddy. Is he calling back? All right, let's try it one more time. You're on 710 ESPN.
This is nonsense. I don't even see you on YouTube Live right now.
Okay, but
First of all,
you're on the radio right now, so do not swear. Do not swear.
Long-time listener. First-time caller, long-time listener. I've been listening to your post games for years, Beto.
Okay,
You're doing a great job.
Yeah, me too.
First of all, why is LeBron not getting called on these fouls, man? The last time I saw, he was giving a guy a piggyback while he was trying to do a layup. What is going on?
You're right. LeBron only went to the free throw line 5 times tonight, and there was a couple of times where he got hacked really hard.
And the fact that our boys, the Lakers, on the road are doing horrible is ridiculous. You know who's doing great on the road? The LA Kings. They're playing the Golden Knights right now in the second period. 0-0, but we have chances. We're not giving ourselves chances. With the Lakers are not giving us chances at all against our teams. The teams we're playing, man.
All right, Ron the Caddy, I'm surprised you were able to get in and give me good, cohesive Laker comprehension. I like that. Ron, are you?
I got through because I got hung up 3 times by Funchy.
Oh, he hung up on you? Good. That means I told you. I told you.
I know this is a joke because I don't see you on YouTube Live right now.
You got to get some more minutes for that Boost Mobile. That's why.
Ron the Caddy.
No, Funchy. Hey, listen, man. You know what?
Hang up on this guy. Hang up on this guy. Ron the Caddy. Oh, that is the kind of show we're having tonight. That is the kind of effort we had tonight. Our Lakers lose. Minimal effort in Houston, 128-94. But great job by our staff. Parker Bell, Josh Martinez, Michael Funches, Rebecca
Womble.
I'm sorry, Rebecca. I'm gonna get that name right. Rebecca Womble. I'm sorry about that. Great job, Rebecca, getting us all the highlights. All right, we will be back on Friday. And they better play better. They better play better. Wait, hold on. That's terrible English. They better show up. Because what happened tonight, unacceptable. You're going to have those kind of games, but if you get smoked, one thing, give the fans the effort, come out there and play better. Hopefully, Anthony Davis will be back in the lineup for the Lakers on Friday. Lakers are now 3-5 on the season. That'll do it for the show. Again, thanks to Rebecca Womble, Michael Funches, who pulled double duty tonight, Parker Bell, Josh Martinez, and everybody that helped out on the broadcast. Tomorrow, gets going early in the morning, Evan Cohen and Unsportsmanlike. 10 o'clock, Travis and Sliwa. 1 o'clock, Mason, Ireland. 4 o'clock, Sedano and Cap. All that and more. Make sure you follow the ESPN LA social media accounts. Again, it's been an honor. It's a privilege. Thank you guys for listening tonight. Lakers lose 128-94 against the Houston Rockets. They're now 3-5 on the season. Thanks for listening to Lakers Postgame Show on 710 ESPN.
Thank you for listening to Lakers Basketball Tonight.
Lakers Basketball on ESPN LA is sponsored by Subaru of Glendale,
the #1 volume Subaru dealer in California.
Lakers Basketball, delivered by New Melts from Pizza Hut. Cheesy, crispy, and loaded with toppings for just $6.99. Enough for two, price for one. New